friends, welcome to my channel, Jennifer K. Art, where I share my processes, tips, and creative inspiration. Today I'm covering my 6 steps to preparing a junk journal / glue book. And this will be a Halloween edition. However, these steps are how I go about creating other kinds of junk journals, junk art books, and glue books. Okay, let's get started. Step 1. Find your cover. This can be a range of whatever materials fit your aesthetic goal for your project. For instance, I'm doing this one Halloween themed, so I picked these old soda boxes so I can be random, silly, and spooky when I go to add collage, stickers, paint, etc. I cut off the extra edges and used some of those pieces from the boxes to create a supported spine since I'll be sewing my signature in. Here are the 2 extra pieces that will be glued together to become the spine. And these there on the left is going to be the front cover, and on the right that's the back cover. Okay, one last part to go with my cover. I needed to pick out some fabric to kind of connect everything together. And I had a little bit of issues with that, but we'll get into that later. So this is some of my fabric stash. Oh, here's a little side quest. This is a Harry Potter themed book I made. Yeah. This is the one I decided on because I liked the dark colors. It kind of matched with the Halloween theme I'm going for. This one right here. So the issue was, I'll just show y'all when we get there, but I went ahead and went with that fabric. Okay, materials for the cover are covered. It's time to move on to step 2. Okay, I'm gonna try this talking business while I'm doing business, but we have dogs. See, there's one of them. That is Paisley. And the neighbor is mowing. So I'm not sure how this is gonna sound. This may get all edited out, but I'm gonna go through these. That has scrap paper, that has scrapbook paper, and that's a filing thing I got at an estate sale. Cashew. Okay, yeah, so this one over here has more organized stuff in it. I might show y'all a little clip of that. And over here, all that, we've got magazines, notebooks, some good magazines under there that I need to dig out for Halloween. So we'll get there. All right, let's find some papers for my signature. To show y'all, this is where I keep. They're all labeled. These are from my vintage Playboys. These are people or body parts, artistic things, landscape, food and drink. Objects like watches, cars, houses, well, no, houses and buildings, but yeah. Words, recipes, animals, plants and garden, which also has like bugs and a mushroom section. Christmas. This thing is so neat. Got that at an estate sale. You remember I said there's something in there. I'm gonna get it out. I've been thinking about it all week. Oh. So I'm gonna get it out right now. Get this out of here. Okay. What I want down there. I'm gonna try to do it in one swoop. Oh my god. My friend Jan gave me these, and they're all Martha Stewart Fall Halloween edition. Except that one. Wait, I'm a liar. That's okay. I mean, it's not okay to lie, but I forgot that one was in there. Yes. Halloween. So out of all these Martha Stewart Halloween fall themed magazines, I should have something good for Halloween collage. And I'm excited. I haven't used these yet. And I think this will be collage from these will be in another video. Because I need to focus on the steps to this book, this blue book right now. I need to focus on the steps to the blue book right now. So we're gonna do that. Here's the stuff we pulled out that I'm gonna make a signature with to go with these. So probably I'll cut it down, cut this off and cut this off. As long as he is in it. We'll see. We'll see if I want to use these for that or not. This may be cute. This looks like a good size. We're gonna cut them down anyway. Yeah. So when we're making a signature, really you just pick out your papers, you start folding them in half. I fold them in half individually and then put them together. Or close to half, because we can always go back and cut that down. I mean, some people leave them different. It don't matter to me, really. This is from some old health textbook or something. Yeah. I'm not sure how thick I want it to be. I think I'm only gonna do one pretty large signature. So I might got 1, 2, 3, 4. 12 pages? 12, let's do 13. Let's do 13 at least, yeah. Okay, I will see you guys in a minute after I get all these folded. To me, it doesn't matter which one goes in the middle. I'm just kind of throwing them together. If this one's thick, I'll put that on the outside though. Okay. So I guess we'll call this a junk journal because this is scrap. It's junk. See, that's a junk gel plate. Fail? Nah. Scrap. Okay. I may have to take them back apart because we're going to cut them down to fit our cover. So they'll be all pretty much the same this way. You know, you'll see. Right now, they're all over the place. See, this is going to be about the size of our spine. I think that'll work. It'll get thicker as I add more stuff in. I don't want. Okay. Y'all don't be coming at me. Oh, that this is a junk journal. This is not. I don't have one of those fancy paper cutter things, but I like to cut them all at once, so you'll see. I can't find my other knife, so I'll have to use this one. Oh God. Oh my God. Yeah, usually I use a box knife. Way easier. Get some more blades. Alright, this is what I mean, don't be coming at me. We all do it different. And that's okay. If I need to straighten up the edges, I will later. It's over. Oh, I'm trying not to cut my finger off. It's ideal. All right. There's our signature. See? It'll fit. It's gonna go like that, actually. we'll have this like this. Okay, a little side note here, steps 3 and 4 can be interchangeable. It really depends on what works with your creative flow, because sometimes I interchange those steps as well. So we are about to move on to my step 4 for this one, and that is to construct the cover. Okay, I'm going to be gluing these two smaller pieces together. That'll be the spine, and then I'll attach the spine to the covers with that fabric that I had already picked out. And that's where I ran into a little bit of issues, because I was worried about the integrity of the fabric, the way I had to glue it so that you could still see the covers, the pictures that I wanted to show on the outside. So we're gonna see how it turns out at the end. I'll keep y'all posted. This is where I'm brainstorming how I'm going to attach the fabric to the inside of the covers and around the outside of the spine piece. Right here, I'm just trying to measure how much fabric I might need to glue this whole thing together. Yeah, so we're gonna mark that. Marking it with this pencil. White is good to use when you're using dark fabrics. If you made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave a like, maybe subscribe if you like the vibe. Now I'm gonna be totally honest, I have never made a cover like this before. I've watched other videos of other people doing it. I just kind of had a visual of what I wanted it to look like when it was complete. I know I wanted the red and black part to be on the outside, and then the other part on the inside I can either glue over it or whatever. That way my covers, are still there. So that's what I'm trying to figure out here. How do I attach this? And it wasn't long after this I realized I am out of Fabri-Tac glue. So I went to ChatGPT to find out, what would work best, where I try not to leave too much residue on the outside. But it turned out grungy looking, which was even better, and I can work with that because you can always paint on the covers, you can paint on the spine. I was just concerned about the integrity of it, the way it's held together, which I'll show y'all when we get to the next step. I want these covers to be very close to the spine, but there's a tiny bit of space in there. That way it lays flat and stays pretty flexible. Right here is where I realized, yeah, I'm out of that glue. So I went ahead and used the the Eileen's tacky glue. Eileen's? I'm not sure how you say that. Anyway, we'll get that attached. And I attached the fabric to the covers using my matte gel medium. Which matte gel medium was what was suggested by ChatGPT. Because I didn't ask until after I used that tacky glue and was like, oh, this is not gonna work. See. But once it was dry, that did look better, which you're gonna find out. Okay. Yep, let's clean that up. Okay, here's the medium that I used. And I went ahead and I taped those down so I have as much, because they were sliding all around the desk, so this is just an extra precaution for while I'm gluing that down. Okay, I'm applying the medium. Especially when I use matte gel medium, I like to put it on really thick. Yeah, I want to get it, I don't care if it soaks through, I want to make sure that is really attached, because that's going to be the stability of the whole book. You're going to be opening it, closing it, adding stuff. It's going to get a little bigger over time. That's why I was taking all these steps to try to make sure that's really glued in. Hopefully this works. So we're gonna let it dry. See, that's what I was concerned about right there, is that they could come apart and just kind of peel off that over time, with too much usage or whatever. If I had to, I could sew it, but I'm trying to avoid that. So I'm gonna let this glue dry and do its work, and we'll check back in and move on to step 5. And that's where we attach the signature. Okay. This is where I keep it. Once it gets partly dry, I'll put it underneath this and it keeps it flat. I mean, that's pretty well on there. Oh yeah. This was the part that was like concerning to me, but I think I can do something with that. But now that we're on step 5, where we attach our signature, let's go ahead and get that started. Let's see kind of where I want it to lay. It's right in the middle. So I'm going to mark this, the top. I'm just going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And how you do that, you can start from this side going in, or start from the outside coming here, and it'll have a little tail. But either way, you're going to start in the middle and then go to one side back around to another side and then back through the middle. And you'll see, because I'm going to video that part. But first I'm marking where I'm going to put the holes. And then I take my middle sheet. This is another part of the process where other crafters and artists may do it different. I wouldn't say I'm lazy, I'm just kind of efficient like that. Like, I'm not going to spend too much time measuring and going through. I'm just going to put this on there. Actually, we're supposed to turn it inside out. See, I was talking and not paying attention. So you turn your middle page of your signature inside out. Mark where you marked your pamphlet hole stitches. Turn it back. I don't know if y'all can see that. Okay. And these marks match up with these marks. I'm going to use this to poke my holes. I just have to do it on top of something. Hold on. What is this? This is an old journal. I need to burn it. Alright. Make sure it's nice and stacked in. Oh, my bad, y'all. Going for a ride. You want to go mostly in the center, which is ideal. I'm gonna make it a little bigger. There we go. Find your other mark right in the middle of the crease. You can see it come out. And there we go. Got my 3 holes on there. I'm gonna clip them so they don't get too loose. Now I'm gonna get some needle and thread. Basically, that's already been lined up with these holes, which I need to go through these as well. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to answer that phone call. It was important. I'm gonna use this string. Where is the end of this? Oh, there we go. You only need like this much, technically, maybe double that. I like to get plenty just to be sure. Okay, now I'm gonna start on the inside. Nope, sorry. I'm gonna start on the outside so my tag end's on the outside. gonna leave about that much. Okay. Right through the middle. Just choose your own adventure. You go to one. I'll go up here. There's a ton of videos on how to do this too. It might be hard for y'all to see what I'm doing. Here's your tagging. Then we go over the middle, down to the third hole. And then we're going to take it back through the middle on the opposite side of your long one there. This is the tricky part. Oh, well, that's why. There we go. Hold on. There you can see I got it through the middle. We're gonna go through the middle on the cover. What I don't want to do is stab the other string. So we go through the middle on the opposite side. We go through the middle. The goal is to straddle this string right here. And see if we can pull these up and tighten them down. Down. Gonna do it in the 3 knots. Here's our tail. I'll leave it long for now till I decide what I want to do with that. There. Now the signature is attached. And all these are just extra scrap papers. I'm gonna go in and add the Halloween things. I'll decorate all of this. Make sure all this stays stable. And there you have it. Now that's all the steps up until step 5. Step 6, I just put as the longest step because you're gonna go in, you're gonna add things, see what you like, what you don't like. you know, just play around with it. It's the longest step because you don't have to fill it all in one night, one day, 1 month even, or 1 season. Yeah, thank you guys for watching.